Okay, awesome. Sorry for the delay at the beginning there. Okay, so I wanted to speak to the difference between incremental growth versus quantum leaps. So bigger movement of growth. Because it can be tricky ground. And the thing is that all of us think we want the quantum leaps, and then we need to be very honest with ourselves about do we actually want that? What is actually required for growth at that degree? And am I willing to do that? So I wanted to elaborate on that because I feel like it's very relevant for many of my clients currently, and I'm sure in days, months, years to come as well. So, okay, so I want to sort of paint the picture of what both are, right? Incremental growth is, okay, what is next for me that's a little bit edgy and I move into it. Then again, what is next for me that's a little bit edgy and I move into it. Usually we have a sense, though, of what is next. Usually we have some contact with it. Usually we have our conscious mind can conceive of it, right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to the grocery store. I know I need to get to that corner. Then I need to go there. Then I need to go there and there and there and there. Okay. And I also want to say here that it's valid. There's nothing wrong with it. You're not a bad person or anything if that's what you decide to do. And we all do it at times and in places. And there really is a possibility to move much more quickly. Now, what does that require? What does a quantum leap? What is just going from here to the grocery store require? And how is that even possible? And the truth is, the only way it's possible is through trust, and is through trust in someone who has done that and experienced that and knows what it requires. Because from the inside of your experience, I'll elaborate on that. And please, if anybody has questions, please put them below, or if you're in contact with me in other ways, just let me know. Okay, what was I saying there? What does it require? It requires trust in somebody who's done it before, and why? Because the truth is, from within our reality, what keeps us in our current reality, it's like we're kind of held in or housed in basically by our fears, by our terrors, quite, to be utterly honest. Our current reality is held in place by what we are afraid of, because what we are afraid of is the exact boundary beyond which we do not want to go, and beyond which very rarely will we willingly go, hence incremental growth, right? And it's like, whereas when I can go this far and feel, okay, I'm okay here, and then I can go this far and feel, oh, okay, I'm okay here. It's like my system has a chance to catch up with that. Whereas with quantum growth, it's a reality that your current mind operating system reality cannot compute. It's by definition beyond and outside of that. And yet there are going to be people in your world who have a sense of what that is. And I feel like this is a good place to articulate that while it does have outer representations in terms of you feeling satisfied and experiencing satisfaction in external components of your reality, relationships, career, finances, the fundamental nature is greater depth of contact with the true power that's within you as a human being, which is actually infinite. Now, I know that might sound outlandish for those of you who haven't heard me go on about that at length before, but it really is a possibility. And it really is our nature. It's our truest nature. And okay, so where am I going with that? So that's important. That's just important to hold, because yeah, well, it can mean you get the house you want and the car you want. That is not the purpose here. The purpose here is true freedom, a truer and deeper sense of freedom, which doesn't mean we exclude those things, because if we're excluding those things, that's another way of capturing our freedom in that. Okay, I'm digressing. So I want to come back to incremental growth versus quantum leap. So why does it require trust in somebody who's gone before? Because again, our system can't yet hold or connect with the reality that is there available to us. And so the very act of, and yet, get this, the very act of trusting is also what opens you into it. Because as an infinitely powerful being, there are no limits on what you can do, achieve, experience, and there is no possible negative outcome. There is no possible negative outcome. And yet your system, likely where it is right now, is going to have lots of ideas about what a possible negative outcome right over here is. Right? And so what happens is, if you are unable to trust, and like, again, there's no shame or blame. It's just for us to be really honest about that. The trust is the force that is capable of moving you beyond the fear and beyond the terror. You saying it's not a blind trust. If you feel into the energy of the human being that you're in dialogue with, who you feel is in that place of okay, beyond where I am, their words are gonna hit you in a certain way, their energy is gonna hit you in a certain way, and that is your sign. Is what they are saying true on a level down here that maybe your conscious brain can't relate to, but something in your system relates to. So that's what to look for. It's not about blind trust, but it is, you do need to know that quantum leap is on the other side of a massive, and maybe multiple massive fears. And what that quantum leap requires is you to take action directly into that fear. So it's very important that we're honest with ourselves. Do I really want that quantum leap, or no? Is that fear too big for me right now? And if it does feel too big for me right now, can I offload some of my incapacity to meet that in trust in those who are guiding me? And fundamentally, when you're trusting others, while yes, use discernment, absolutely, about who you trust. When you're trusting others, you're trusting yourself. You're saying, holy shit, I'm going to do this terrifying thing, and I am trusting that I'm going to be okay, which, a deeper definition of okay is the acknowledgement that no matter what, I am learning, growing, experiencing via that experience. I am not shutting down, and even if I have a moment of shutting down, hiding, being hurt, that I'm going to continue to engage with whatever presents with deep decision that it is serving me, because that is the truth of reality. It is always serving us. And when we can relate to it in that way, we can move so much more quickly, and we can let go of these weights and these shadow narratives that are not true and are unnecessary, just dead weight. So yeah, okay. So do let me know if you have any questions out of this, and what lands and or clicks for you. I'd love to hear.